Hello ladies, so tonight's training is going to be how to enter a weekly accomplishment sheet. And these are your tax record and a way to keep track of your weekly sales. So once you are logged into your InTouch, you're going to go to Business Tools. You're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom to Weekly Accomplishment Sheets, or Weekly Accomplishments. Then you're going to come over to Enter Weekly Accomplishments. And from here, it's going to bring up, it's going to usually take you to your current week. I happened to change it earlier, so it was still saved on that setting. So it's going to have your current week. So this week, I don't have any of my sales entered yet for this week. So I'm going to go in and go to last week so that I can show you how to enter. And the first thing you're going to do is get all of your orders entered against your customers. And when you do that, it automatically plugs them in here. And so from here, you're going to take your order sheets, and for every person, you're going to enter how much time it took. So in this case, I had a sale last week, and so my time was pretty minimal. So if they tend to be reorders or online or email orders, just phone calls, any reorder type of things, you're just going to do just a minimal. You could put 0, but there's a little bit of time in you putting everything bagged up and stuff. So I usually just put 0.1 for number of hours. There's not going to be any guests in this case because I didn't meet face to face with the person. One order, she didn't book any appointments. She did not get any skincare. So the what this column is for, SCS, stands for skincare sets sold, which is the repair set, the miracle set, the botanicals, the clear proof, and the men's line. And then you'd put the number of sets that you sold. So then here, this is the total number of sales. She ordered online for me. You enter the sales tax. And then if you gave anything free, it goes in the giveaway column. If you gave any of the Hostess, like the deluxe minis, they would go in the Hostess gifts column. I'll talk about non-recovered sales tax in a minute. But once you have the line entered, you just hit add. And you go through each one of your orders to do that. So I'm going to quickly go through and do these. But once you hit enter, it brings it down here to the detail that's completed. And she got a little bit of a discount. So if you get a discount, this sales is the actual amount the person paid for their product. So in this case, she did get a discount because I was selling some of my stuff at a discount. And then so this list, I left the first one alone because it was an online payment, but what this does is parties are where you have 3 or more people, facials is where you have 1 or 2, online or personal website orders automatically default to this. On the go appointments are where you meet with a person. You're dropping off some product and maybe you show them a couple of the new things from a basket, or have them quick try 1 or 2 products on the back of their hand, but it's a quick 15 to 20 minute appointment. Parties or skincare classes, oh, we talked about that one already. PCP and miscellaneous. So PCP is the preferred customer program. So as people call you when they receive their lookbooks, those are basically specific to the PCP and their miscellaneous orders. That's what that's where that goes. And then reorders is as your customers call you to place a reorder of something and just order from you again. And then shows are where you might do a holiday open house, or you might do a trunk show where you have people kind of during the holidays stop and shops. And then or you might have a holiday show where you're just showing all the holiday stuff, or have a just gifts that they can take a look at, and they're not really necessarily trying very much product, but they're getting to look at everything. So that's the different categories. So based on what you're entering for each person, and in this case it's going to be reorders. I could actually pick miscellaneous. Either one of these for my sale is going to be fine. And then, so, oops, I didn't fix that. Okay, so she had, oh, I put that on the wrong. This one is the one that's this one. 75.80 for sales tax. And she got some free. $19.20 for free. Okay. And so in this case, I had charged her tax for the full retail, and so I collected the full amount of tax that the company charged me. If ever you give a discount, you can do the tax on just the sale price, but then in this non-recovered sales tax column, you would put the difference. So I charged her the full retail on her total order, which was this $5.23, but had I charged her on just this $75.80, for me the sales tax for her would be $4.17. So I'd put the difference between the $5.23 and the $4.17 right here in this spot. So that's everything there. And then once you get all of your orders entered, you have all of these, you'll have them all down here. It's going to give you your total number of bookings. So if you have someone, so I'm going to do this one because she was an appointment that held and was a facial. So in this case, she took an hour and a half. She didn't have any guests with her. She did buy a skincare set, and she did book an appointment. That was her sales. It was a facial because it was just her. Sales tax. And I did not give her anything free. So then I click add. And that's how, so when it shows up down here, the items are going to show up in different columns. So this is my reorders, this was the website, this was the classes and facials, and it's going to give you a running weekly total. Okay, once you get them all entered, if you have anybody that wasn't a customer, so say you want to enter stuff for yourself, you would put it under manual orders, and it's going to shift and change the screen a little bit, and you're going to enter the date. You can put your name, and then there's not going to be any time because it's for your own personal use. And then under sales, I take my total order, I divide it in half because I plan on paying for my 50%. So I put 50% in sales, and then the other half I'm getting for free. So I put that here. I usually put this under miscellaneous for myself. You put the amount of sales tax for the full retail, and then the giveaway is the other half. And then you just click add. So that would be what you would put for yourself. You're also going to put any for demo. You'll put the date, you'll just write in demo, no time, but all a demo, you can put that under miscellaneous, it really doesn't matter. But you're going to put it under giveaway. That's what the column that you'll put any demo, because you're not recouping any money for that. And any giveaway, that's where, so on demo product, the tax, you're going to put that unrecovered sales tax in that column. So then once you're all done getting all of the orders entered for that particular week, you then click next. It's going to ask you how many potential people you interviewed, how many new team members you got this week, how many new appointments you have up for the next week. And then down below, any wholesale that you ordered from the company and any section 2. These 2 lines you can pull from your actual receipts you get from your cartons with your product, and it tells you right on there what your total wholesale and what your section 2 costs are. And the section 2 is like the samples, lookbooks, and order forms, skincare class supplies like the washcloths and stuff. So that's what section 2 is. Once you get all of this filled out, you click next. And then this is where you fill out your next week's goals. So how much in sales do you want to go for this particular week? So say I'm going for 1,000 next week. And then how many skincare classes you want to hold. I always shoot for wanting to hold 3 skincare classes, and I always want to try and hold 2 facials. On the go appointments, those I hold more of those during the holidays. On the shows, I don't hold a whole lot of those. Number of interviews, my goal is always to have at least 5 interviews a week, and then my goal is to always have 50 calls every single week to customers, whether that's new customers or existing customers. And then down here where it says I would like more information about the following areas, you can mark any of these boxes that you would like additional information on, and I will provide the training on those at meetings, on the hotlines. If it's something specific for you in particular, I'll send you a message to give you that information. I can even do Voxers. So it's a way for me to know what training areas you would like to hear from me on. Then you click next. If you had any interviews, then you're going to put interview, you're going to put the person's name, address, telephone number, email address. Then you click an add, and it's going to show there. If you interviewed and they recruited, then you're going to put them all of there. If they recruited a different week, then on that particular week you'll put recruited and then their information. Then you're going to click next. And then this gives you your overview for your week. So in this case, it's going to give you your estimated profit for everything that you entered. So with what I entered so far, $126 in profit. Total hours worked, a little over an hour and a half, so that averages out to $74 an hour. And I think my total for the week, once I get it all entered, was over $700 for last week. I didn't quite meet my goal for my $1,000 day sale, but I moved quite a bit of product. And so once you see this, then you can click next. It just gives you that overview. And here, this is where you can click on this here to print a copy for yourself, which is your tax record, and then submit my weekly accomplishment sheets. This will actually, it should have my name in here just like this does, and it allows you to send me a copy of your weekly accomplishment sheets. You do need to have this submitted or at least printed out and brought to weekly meetings if you want recognition. As new consultants, I give you a couple of weeks leeway before I require you to have them, but in order to get your ribbon recognition, I like you to have the weekly accomplishment sheets, so that shows that you know what you're making each week by entering your sales. Once you've printed it, and if I click this, you'll get to see what it looks like visually, but it shows all of your information. So it shows your weekly totals, so your total sales, what your profit is, and then very down here, $74 an hour. And this is based on the 60-40 split. So 60% you're reinvesting into your product, and 40% reinvesting or is what you get to keep for yourself. The company always recommends that instead of the 50-50 because sometimes you are giving some free stuff away. So if you have any questions on this after you print this off, just let me know. But once you do print it off, all of those sales tickets that you had for that particular week, you're going to keep together with this. I just staple them right together, and that becomes your tax record for that particular week. Later on, we will have tax training and how to get all of your information together for either your tax person or just knowing what information you need for a Schedule C. This helps keep that information handy for exactly the work that you did. If you did absolutely no sales, you're still going to need one of these as proof that you didn't do any work that week. So if you have any questions, let me know. And that is how you submit a weekly accomplishment sheet. If you need to then, after you've submitted one, you can go all the way back to details. It's going to take you back to the beginning, and then you can go to your next week. And then enter that one so that you're ready for the new week. But you always want to get your orders in against your customers first, because then they're always going to show under the My Customers orders. That way you don't have to enter all of them by hand, and it also gives a history under each customer for what they've ordered throughout their time with you. So I hope that was informational, and if you have any questions, again, let me know.